Hey, welcome back. I want to tell you one of the craziest, the very, very last illusion that I had with gang stalking. So it's gonna get a little crazy, all right? So I was asleep, and then it almost felt like there was like an alien voice talking to me because it was like a voice that was in my head, and the voice said, "Efren, we have been looking through your memories and we found this. Is it true that you sucked your dad's dick behind his house?" So then the of course I'm not gonna say anything, especially because it was a voice that it was obviously from gang stalkers, and I was fighting it. So then the voice somehow had access to my memory, to all my memories. And then all of a sudden I see like this vault, like in cartoons when you see, or in movies when you see a vault, a bank's vault with like a huge round circular door. So this one was made out of like a sun, a beautiful kids themed sun that was bright yellow, and where like my deepest memories were hidden. And then the vault just opened, and it like kind of rolled off my mind's screen. And then I see my dad's house, a high definition, picture perfect image of my dad's house. And it was slowly building it pixel by pixel to memory when that happened, when my dad made me give him head. And I was just refusing to allow them to see that memory, And it was just kept building, and it built everything to the minute detail. I saw the toys that I had, the plants that I had, even the trash, the broom, everything that I was in my memory. It was that thing somehow was able to build a perfect remembrance of that place, that time, at that point in my life. It was unbelievable how perfect the memory was. So then, all of a sudden, it said, well, if it's not true, then what is the tattoo that your dad has next to his dick? My dad had a tattoo of a woman named Blanca. It had her face and Blanca on it. In English, that means white woman. So then I woke up and I began to feel terror, like they knew, like everyone knew. So then I drove to work, right? While I was leaving the homeless shelter, I was getting ready for work. And as I was walking, they were like, the homeless shelter, there's like families, right? So there's kids with their dads, and the kids were literally pulled their dads away from me. And they were like, Dad, even the children, they were like, Dad, come here, don't get close to him. Like, quite literally. And the gang stalkers began saying, well, they didn't say anything yet. But, well, that of course made me feel uncomfortable, and like the male, like the dads, I had children, they would stay away from me. Of course it's gonna feel like they knew, So then next thing I know is that I'm driving, right? I'm in my car. I'm on the freeway. I'm on the 805 on the 5 south going to Imperial Beach. And then I see like no, wait. Was this during work? I might mix them together, but I might mix the days together. I'm gonna tell you the important things that happened. Oh no, sorry. I was going to a car wash. I was going to wash my car, and then I literally just was driving on the freeway. I was going south, and then a white van moved in front of my car, and then it moved to the side, and then another car moved by, and then a white one moved back in, and another one, and then another one moved up. It felt like they were taking turns, and I was so sure that they were trying to see how I would react to the colors, to the color white, because what does the tattoo of my dad say? White, blanca. So it just felt like they knew this, like my deepest, darkest secret, and I just felt like they knew. So I went to the car wash, and before I had gone to the car wash, I was having a conversation with this other guy. And I told him, oh yeah, I'm gonna give my car a treatment for the black paint so it looks brand new. So I'm just gonna go to the car wash and then just get it washed really quick, and then just go back to the parking lot and the homeless shelter to give it its treatment. But I was just so shaken by the fact that I knew that gang stalkers knew about white, about blanca, So then I just went to wash my car, and I was literally shaking. I was shaking the whole time because I just couldn't believe that this was happening. And the voices were, the whole time they were like, ew, you suck your dad's dick. Does your mom know about it? That is so fucking disgusting. How dare you? And I bet you enjoyed it, huh? You fucking whore. Ew, that is disgusting. How dare you? And you said you loved your mother, and all these things were going down, I couldn't wash my car comfortably. I was literally shook by this experience. And I was so nervous, washing my car. And I felt that everything white was put there on purpose by gang stalkers. So then I stayed a little extra. And then I got on my car, and I just didn't know what to do. I was so nervous. So I almost wanted to just stay there and do my treatment or not do the treatment. But then I told myself, if I stay here, that will mean I will be confirming what they think, that I sucked my dad's dick. So then I said, I have to follow through, because I already told my friend, and I was just so sure that my friend, that I told him that what I was going to do to my car, I was so sure that he was a gang stalker. So I finished, and I stayed a little bit longer because I was cleaning my wheels because they were dirty. So then I got in my car and I left. And then the voices were like, ew, you suck your dad's D, that's disgusting. So then I was leaving, and then the voices were like, well, you did everything you said you were gonna do. Now you're going straight to the homeless shelter to do the wax treatment. I guess you didn't do anything. We were wrong. And then the voices began quiet. I was like 2 blocks away from the homeless shelter. I was already downtown, and the voices began saying, we were just told that you were fucking nervous. We were just told that you were shaking the entire time, and that you stayed a little too long. You did suck your dad's dick. Oh my God, you did. And they were just inside my head, just accusing me of this thing. And then I was like, I cannot confirm this information to them. I just can't. My life will be ruined, I felt like. So then I got into the parking lot, and there was 2 cars with their headlights on, just there. I put on my Woozer. A Woozer is like this haptic feedback thing that you connect to your phone and you put earphones on, and it has like the bass, so you feel like you're at a concert, and it has like an amplifier. That device is super amazing. It's the best thing I've ever had. It makes you feel like you're at a concert. Like my workouts are amazing with this when I'm wearing this thing. Anyways, I put it on. I pull out my black paint polish, my black wax, because I'm gonna make my car look amazing. This is when I just began doing cybersecurity, and when my self-esteem was coming up, was beginning to rise up. So I was taking care of business. I went to get a haircut. I was going to the gym. I was doing drugs, but I wasn't. But my self-worth began to grow because I had defeated gang stalking. I began to understand a little bit more, and I had been working on my self-esteem to rise up. So gang stalking was less effective on me. But every person in the homeless shelter was watching what I was doing. They were paying attention to every single thing that I was doing. They noticed that I was all of a sudden, just taking care of business, that I began studying, and that I felt better. So then, afterwards, so look, there's like a car here. Watch. So it's like, so that's what gang stalking does to you. It makes you just wonder, is that a gang stalker, or is that just like a person just hanging out there, When you're like getting gang stalked in the beginning, you're sure that everyone that has their car like that is a gang stalker. But now I don't know. So they're just leaving now. That's fucking weird. Look, this is the thing. These businesses around here are closed. They're literally closed. And I don't think he went and picked anyone up. But I don't know. The truth of the matter is that I don't know, and that is what I had, the perception that I have to hold on to, is that I simply don't know. Anyways, well, they already left. Anyways, so I literally felt like they knew. Why else would the dads be pulled away from me by their children, So I began cleaning my car and waxing it and doing all this shit and doing the polish treatment, and I was like dancing. I was listening to Britney Spears and to Bionic by Christina Aguilera. I was having a blast. But the voices were like, oh my God, you're disgusting. You fucking suck your dad's dick. What is your... They just wouldn't stop. And then gang stalkers, like the security guards from the homeless shelter, they began running towards me. It wasn't the first time they've done this before. They want me to run away. Just like always, they want me to run away. So then, remember that I told you when they tried to make me run away when I was at this morning final? In plain daytime, I was just like outside, and then a bunch of like white vans parked around me, and people literally came out of them, and they pretended to be like trying to get me. But I just like looked at them and then ignored them, and then just kept walking into this morning final. So they do that. So they wanted to make me run, but I just ignored them, and then I just kept waxing my car. And there were two people watching by one of the cars that had their headlights pointed directly at me, just like that one. And they said, I can't believe he didn't run. I can't fucking believe he didn't run. And that was my victory. That was my victory. That I didn't confirm anything. Because let me tell you, I did feel uneasy when the parents were like being pulled by me, but the truth is that gang stalkers do not know anything. My discomfort to see the dad gave them the first clue. So that way that's when they began pulling the dad away. So these types of dreams I began having when I stopped listening to affirmation. So I have these night sleep, this eye mask that I used to sleep. Though I bought one on Amazon that had like earphones, and it's Bluetooth, so I would listen to like affirmations. But when I stopped using it, I began having these weird dreams. And let me tell you, one day I woke up and I caught my roommate Errol saying, like, murmuring things, and he was saying, you're having sex with underage kids. You're having sex with underage kids. You're having sex with underage kids. And I had a dream about people having sex with underage dreams. So when I was asleep, but I still had control of that dream. I'm not sure if that's like lucid dreaming. So I refused to be the one having sex with the children in my dream. It was someone else, but the image was there. Like, he had some type of manipulation of my dream. So then I told this girl about it. And when I told her, yeah, I caught my roommate murmuring something about a dream when I caught my memory. I caught my roommate murmuring something when I was asleep. And I was having the dream of whatever he was murmuring. And she showed discomfort, like she knew that that's what they were doing. Because after that, she became, and she turned into a gang stalker. She told me, well, you know what you did. That's why all of this is happening to you. And that's what I tell you. That's a technique that keeps you wondering, what did I do? I'm full aware that my face was on the video. It's fine. I'm telling you, I'm not doing the anonymity out of, I don't want you to know who I am. I'm doing the anonymity because I am just, it's easier. I feel like you can understand it more, and I will show you my face later. You know, I will. What else? Oh, so the very next day, I woke up at 4 a.m, right, to go to the gym. And everyone at the gym is wearing either white or black. And this is when I can now tell the difference between a hallucination, like that you see with your eyes, and reality. When you're getting gang stalked, you see things that confirm the narrative that you're having in your head. To the untrained person, these narratives are impossible to discern from reality. Like, that's why people that are gang stalked are sure of so many things, because they have these illusions. They see things, they see people, and they react in ways that confirm the narrative that you're having in your head. But these illusions have a taste. They have an aura, a sensation that tells you that it's not real. Now that I have distance from it, I can see it now. And I've had so many of them that I can now discern them. But at the time, I didn't have the experience, so I wasn't able to distinguish them when they were happening. But that is why so many people are convinced that gang stalking and everyone is against them is so real. Because when you're getting gang stalked, it's almost like you're hypnotized. And even your senses start seeing things. They start making things up that follow the narrative that you're having. I once had the same illusion a lot of times. And I'm gonna tell you later. Is when I thought they were controlling this beam of energy that was going into my head to connect me. Now, going back to the gym. So I was at the gym, right? And then everyone was wearing either black or white, and my eyes just kept, because I was so nervous if they would know or not, my eyes just kept pulling towards the color white, like this energy. Like it was like my subconscious mind, like the shadow was like just pulling my eyes towards the color white. It was like an unconscious sensation, and I had to like disconnect from the color white. So then I was like, I need to look at other colors. But every time I looked at the color white, I became so nervous. So then I noticed that I was looking at the color white, and I was so nervous about it. And then I look behind me, and then I see one of the trainers at the gym watching me, and she saw me that I was so nervous with the color white, and she went like this to everyone else, like confirming, like they wanted to confirm that it was true. So then that's why they had all the cars when I was driving on the freeway, to see if I would get nervous. So everything around me, all the color whites were just to see if I would react to the color white. I almost felt like yelling out loud, I didn't suck my dad's dick, you know. But that's the thing, is that I was like, how would they know? So then I somehow was able to like snap out of it, you know. I just snapped out of it. So I just forgot about it, and I focused on my workout. And then there was like this shape where there were like two circle weights, and then a big white machine. It just looked like a penis, right? And when you're getting gang stalked, they're observing you to see how you react to things. So it was obviously like a white dick, meaning white, blanca, and then dick, my dad's dick. And I saw them, and they were like looking at each other like, what the hell? He's not responding. Because I had just forgotten about it. So there's when I was beginning to see through the veil. Oh, also I forgot. So when I was at the homeless shelter, when I just had woken up from this dream, and I went to get like breakfast, the custodian, this chick, she was like, well, ¿quién sabe si es verdad? Who knows if it's true? And I was like, was I manipulated during my sleep for me to talk? And the thing is that when this was happening, all of these weird things began happening when I stopped wearing earphones to go to sleep. So I am 100% sure that I was manipulated when I was asleep. Because before that, I wasn't having any dreams. So if you're getting gang stalked, if you have roommates or people that are gang stalkers, sleep wearing earphones, sleep with music on, sleep with something pleasant, because you can be manipulated while you're asleep. You truly can't. Like you can. And I feel like while I was asleep, because I caught someone manipulating me while I was asleep, I am so sure that they can literally just manipulate your dreams by talking to you, by murmuring things. I just know it. I have no proof, but I'm sure that's real. I'm sure when you're asleep, you're just more vulnerable. And you know, none of these dreams were happening when I was wearing earphones. Now, oh yeah, so I was at the gym, right? And yeah, so they began. I feel like I'm boring you now. Well, I'm gonna just finish another thing. So then, after that, that was like about when I left that was like on my last days of when I was at the homeless shelter. So the gang stalkers try to keep pushing this button. I was at work, and then a gang stalker said, well, do you have something color white? And then I just like completely ignored it. And then like gang stalkers randomly began saying white like around me. But this is when I learned that this is when I was able to see through the veil. They didn't know shit. they were trying to get a confirmation somehow of maybe what I said during when I was asleep. But the truth is that they don't know anything unless you confirm it to them. That's how I figured out that they use what you're uncomfortable seeing to get clues to find out what you're thinking. That was the last greatest illusion that I had about Blanca, about white. Anyways, thank you for watching. Bye.